Hello, Lord Scorpio here. Good day to you all. I just want to check in and um, just provide some insight on uh, how I feel about the border treatment, the disproportionate um, fairness and equality being given to uh, the refugees of Haiti in comparisons to uh, Mexican or Latino immigrants. I just want to be brief and straight to the point. I think it's very necessary. It's been on my heart. And to some who have no interest in this, you can go ahead and click off if you disregard. But recently, I had a trip to Mexico for business. It was divine timing for this occasion. I think it was very necessary for further awakening as to what is going on geographically around me. This was my first time visiting Mexico or Ensenada. And I was a little bit, I was a bit surprised. And what surprises me is that downtown LA is not much of a difference from Tijuana or Mexico. And that's my opinions. The roads, the sanitation, street sanitation. I'm considering, after my trip, I'm considering California, LA in particular, just focusing on this area. I'm considering this to be a third world country with partially new developments and upper class neighborhoods. It's like a combination of a third world country. To me, I'm sorry, there was not much of a difference. I find that very surprising, and that's my opinion. Some may say there's no comparisons, but I'm sorry, I beg to differ. We are not far off from being superior to any third world country as far as I'm concerned. I feel we have a long way to go. I think we've been hyped up on another level that it's almost embarrassing to discover the contrast of the two. Okay? I would like to, and I'm going to stop there with the comparisons on, what things look like there compared to here. Of course, we have quite a few upgrades, but we are not far off. Okay? Now, I don't usually touch on the subject of other people's money matters, but I will say this. If you are African American, Black, Afro, Black, whatever you want to call yourself, okay? Nubian, okay? Queens, Kings, uh, Afrocentric, whatever you want to call yourself. If you fit the description of any of those archetypes, don't go to Mexico. They don't want you there. Everybody knows that people are open for business. People are looking for other people's money. And that's what it all comes down to, is the dollar signs. Now, when I say don't go there, I'm speaking of the blatant discrimination that is showcased. The way people stare in disgrace, like, what are you doing here? How dare you come here? I don't even think they want your money. On the way back, but this was business. Quick trip. On the way back, I stopped at Carl's Jr. I'm sorry, gotta put you in here, Carl. I don't know much of Spanish. I'm not very fluent. But when I say nombre or nombre 10, that means number 10. And it doesn't take an expert to understand that I'm asking for a number 10. Okay, let alone I haven't even eaten a burger in quite some time. So for me to go out of my way to ask for a number 10 at Carl's Jr., because I usually get the famous burger. I think that's what it's called. It's all vegan or something like that. This particular time, maybe that was my punishment for asking for a number 10. But I asked for a number 10. She asked me, what size soda would you like? What size drink? I told her. When she asked me in Spanish. And I said, I'm sorry. I don't speak Spanish. I tried to do the best I could with making this order. Then she begins to speak in English. She says, what size drink would you like? I'm like, thank God she is speaking English to me, or capable of. I said, oh, I would like a medium. No, I said a regular. Okay? Everybody know what regular is. That's original, OG, regular. She says, okay. Charge me. I didn't even look at the receipt. I waited 30 minutes. And then somebody that worked there, he came over, he said, what number are you? And I showed him my receipt. Then he looked, he said, oh, she immediately gave me my soda, so I waited. He said, oh, that's all you ordered. I said, no, I ordered a number 10. Then I looked at the receipt. It said a soda or a drink, okay? So I said, no, that's not what I asked for. I said, let me get your manager. I want to cut the story there. Oh, and mind you, they gave me a free meal. They didn't even charge me because they knew that it was blatant disrespect. Let's stop there. Many times here in California, if they approach you in a place of a public place where you may work, and they address you in Spanish, a customer may address you in Spanish, and you're not capable, if you don't speak Spanish, you may not be capable of communicating with them properly for them to understand. Un momento while I go get you some assistance. Okay? People don't disrespect them because they don't know how to speak English. It's become a regular thing. Matter of fact, sometimes they might even speak English, but they still don't want you to serve them. They want you to go get somebody Latino to do service with them. I don't know if they don't trust business with American people, or they only want service from their people in America, but that's how it goes. That's how they get down. Okay? So I find it interesting that when I go to Mexico, I do the best I can, and you still spite me deliberately because I say, oh, I'm sorry, I don't speak Spanish. You take it as an offense. But people deal with that all day, every day in America. I'm sorry, I don't speak English. I don't speak all day, every day. Sometimes they say that just so you can get out their face, so you can go get somebody that speak their language. Because they don't want to deal with people that speak English. It's become a form of catering. Okay? Some people really don't know how to speak English. Some people they don't want to speak to you if you speak, no, you got to get on my level. That's how they are operating. But when you genuinely don't know how to speak their language, they take it as a complete offense. Okay, and what you're telling me is that you don't want my money and I shouldn't be here. So I'm warning anybody black, Afro-Black, American, do not go to Mexico. Do not spend your dollars. They do not respect you. Okay? Period. And I've been saying period for many years. This ain't no motherfucking city girl shit, so dismiss me with that shit. Anyways. So let's just get that out the way. Moving on. Upon leaving at the border, I'm encountering some shiesty activity. I'm trying to get the hell out of there. These people cut you off while you wait. I'm talking about I waited in like 6 hours, 5-6 hours to get the hell out of there. In a snailing line. Oh, it was easy getting up in there now. Zoom, zoom. But when it's time to leave, I don't know if it's because everybody trying to leave at the same time. I don't know. But it was a bit much for me. Never going back. Road rage. Okay? I even had somebody threaten to shoot me. Did you want me to shoot you? In the line at the border. I could go into some details, but that's personal information. I'm going to follow up with some of them people I encountered with. It's probably going to get quite legal. But I can't get into that on the record right now. But I'm going to have to follow up on my own contingents. They had no problem disrespecting me or insulting my intelligence. I contacted the police while at the border, attempting to cross over the border. Their officer, shady. That's why I say don't go over there. They not going to help you. Oh, and if you don't look Latino, oh, you really done. They going to side with the other people. They don't even want to listen to you. Hell, they might take your vehicle. They might put you in jail. And you are completely innocent. Exonerated from any of the bullshit. Okay? They don't care. Crooked. Wicked. Okay? Now, That's my warning. Don't spend your money where you're not welcome. Oh, yeah, and they over here, they cooking their foods and they serving the public. They really don't like you. And half of the time, they really don't even want your money. They just take it because you there, but they smiling and hee-hee-ha-ha right in your face. Disrespecting you. If you like the food, learn how to cook the shit. They don't like you. Don't try to interbreed with their family. They really gonna hate your guts. Sorry. Now, for the women, the Latino women that be into the, the black man, that's a different story. But as a familia, oh, don't bring your ass around here. They don't like you. I don't care how much hee-hee-ha-ha. There is a connection with them people that can't be broken. It's very much comparable to a Caucasian family. I'm just going to keep it real. Racism runs very deep with Latino cultures. It is very much comparable to white supremacist Caucasian families. Very much identical in the operations. Okay? Which is why the white supremacist considers Latinos their right-hand man in cutting out the black culture and depriving the Afro culture into things that they actually are rightfully entitled to. They treat Afro-Americans as third-class citizens when they are natural-born natives to this land. Now, let's go ahead and diverge into a different subject. Let's talk about this border and the Haitians. The Haitians have been treated very inhumane. Now, I find this interesting, how disproportionate the treatment is for one culture to the next. Oh, please let me backtrack. Oh, Mexico was looking quite dry and empty to me. I have realized they're all over here in California. So if you're wondering if anybody left over there, just a few, because they all over here, okay? Now, when they say shut down the border, it's a little too late for that. Ain't nobody even over there. And the ones that are there, them just a handful that's trying to get over, okay? Now, this situation has been going on for so long that it's pure negligence. Negligence by a default. Now, how is it that they've allowed the border to be securely protected? I'm sorry. How is it that they can allow the border to not be securely protected? It's not securely protected if they're coming over. If the Belizeans was to all group up and come over here like that, the U.S. would have a problem. The Haitians grouped up and came over, put them on a plane, send them back. But you already knew the border was wide open and the Latinos was coming over here by the masses, and you did nothing. And it's been happening. And you did nothing because you were okay with implementing modern day slavery. So I'm not understanding, how you can treat a group of people that look Afro-centric, look black or African, or are Africans, treat them inhumane, but treat Latinos like your right-hand man, okay? We're going to socially accept you because you're light skinned. We're going to socially accept you because you're interbred. We've integrated our history with you. But the Africans, if you are a full-blooded African, you are not accepted. Matter of fact, you must go back. We're gonna accept the Latinos. We love your food. We like your slavery, your services. Please come. But the Africans, what? You don't like their food? You don't like their culture? But you love to enslave their women, though. You love to incarcerate their men. Oh, the jails is too crowded? I mean, this is really opening up the context of what's really going on here. And it sounds to me like the border is very discriminative, segregating when in fact it's supposed to be fair. You wouldn't allow the Belizeans to group up and come over here. You wouldn't allow Ethiopians to group up and come over here. But if they're from Guatemala, El Salvador, okay, Puerto Rico, it seems like it's okay. Come on over. You can come through California, you can come through New York, but if you're too black, if you look black, we're going to tell your ass no, and we might kill you. So I really think the message here, it's pretty disgraceful. It's really interesting how recently Biden, I think he said code red or something. He want to call unity. Well, it has to be a proper demonstration first. If you demonstrating that you don't care about black people, Afro-Americans, okay, that you don't care about Africans, that's exactly how people are going to treat black people or people of color. Everybody's going to treat us exactly how you defame us, exactly how you portray and paint the narrative. And then when things get out of hand, it's like, okay, stop being racist for a day. Okay, it's getting out of control. It's getting out of control. Look at the kettle calling the kettle black. This is a reality check, and this is not a quick fix. Okay? This is a reality check and not a quick fix. Our government, our police, and justice system has proven time and time again that the narrative is to maximize incarceration on Black African American people. Period. Max them out, lie on them, segregate them, incarcerate them, defame them, fire them, take their inheritance, steal, destroy. Okay? That's your narrative for Afro-Americans or people of color. And that's exactly how people have looked at us. Once you keep painting something in the engraving images in the minds of others, that's exactly what will happen. Ultra mind control. Every time they see us, they have a deceptive description of how they should be treating us. And I am disgusted. This is why there's so much imbalance, because it starts with our leadership. And the corruption has done nothing but spill over into the ancestors of this nation, just trickling down ignorance, stupidity on so many levels. And again, these are the same people that they're allowing to come over. Okay? If they have If they don't think twice about killing people in Mexico, let alone at the border, you got to think these are the same people that's coming over here that are living in the inner cities with people of color. These are the same people that have taken over the inner cities. Oh, the Caucasians, they don't mind because they're already in position. They're at the top. They've already segregated everyone. So, they've already given their brothers an upper hand, their brothers and sisters. So they're already in position. They're already connected. They don't worry about what's at the bottom. They'll leave that to the Latinos. Okay? And what the Latinos are going to do, they're going to segregate as well. So you have segregation, passed down segregation. So segregation on top of segregation. And then you have the distorted reality of Afro-Americans that are trying to get it together in the calamity. Trying to apply at these jobs where you have Latinos that are their superiors, their supervisors. Okay? And most likely being told no because they're not Latinos. Applying for housing, no, you're not Latino. No, you're not Caucasian. So when you look at black people, please don't look at them like we're worthless. The amount of abuse that has been implemented in our society, the lack of resources that they provide, and all they want to do is put black people on medication. It's quite sickening because it's a quick fix, but that's not the answer. And leadership knows exactly, what they're doing. They're medicating Afro-Americans with nonsense rather than reparations, rather than equality. So I'm going to leave it there. Purely disgusted.